Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are good and healthy. So, we can say now that lockdown cannot stand between teachers and students, like between us. So, this is Deepika Luna, your ICT teacher, is once again with you with a new tutorial. So, let's start with today's class. Before starting today's tutorial, first of all, I want to congratulate to each one of you that you all performed well in your online quiz. At least you all appeared, at least you all tried to solve the questions. So if some of you have not scored well, if you feel that whatever you were expecting, you were not able to score that much of score, don't get demotivated. Just go through with the content once again, and I'm always there to support you. Next time, in next test, better practice for the objective questions also and the small things also, and ask queries also. You can ask the queries on WhatsApp also, you can ask queries through mail also. You have my email ID also, you have my contact number also. So don't worry, just be happy, be calm, don't panic. So rest all the students who have performed well. You also do not think that okay fine, if you have scored well, so you do not need to work hard anymore now. So next time it can be little bit difficult also. So keep practicing and keep studying. So let's start with today's tutorial. Dear children, you know that we have already started with chapter 18 of your book, and the name of the chapter is data manipulation, in which we discussed about database or different aspects of database. And in this we learned couple of things like what is database, what is DBMS, what is RDBMS, difference between flat file and relational database. The most important, we discussed about the data types, and we learned how to set the data type and which data type will be used for which type of data. Along with this, we also discussed about database keys like primary key, foreign key, candidate key, super key, composite key, compound key. We have discussed about all these keys. So today we will just do a recap of the topic which we have started in previous class, so that just to recap, just we'll do the recap just to ensure that we have not forgotten the topics which we discussed in the last lesson related to form. So we started with form, in which we discussed that how to create the form, and then how to set the check boxes, combo box, radio button, navigation buttons. So and how to move back and forth to the uh, form, and how to add a new record. So such things we have discussed. So before moving further, because there were few days that we have not discussed anything about it, so today I will just do the recap of all these things which we discussed in the previous tutorials. I hope you have kept revising the topic, and you are able to understand. So let's start with today's tutorial, where in which we will just discuss about form and different tools which we can use in the form. As we know that a database is having multiple objects, and four objects are the main objects of any of the database. The first one is table, then queries, form, and reports. Form, which is one of the four objects in Access, and yes, it provides us an easy interface to enter data in a table. If we take the example, then employee information form, school registration form, product order form, personal record form, feedback form, these are the examples of a form where it is easy to enter the data and as well as it is easy to store the data in a database. Here we have some examples. The first one is the feedback form for restaurant. See, for example, if you go to a restaurant for having your lunch or dinner, whatever you want to have, then after having your lunch, for example, then the waiter may give you a form to fill to know the quality of the food and the quality of the service which you had. So the form that can be a paper based form also, which can be printed version of the form, digital form, or it can be a digital form also, computerized form. Another example, that is application for admission. If you want to get admission for a course, or if you want to get admission for the school, then you get a form. That admission form is also, you can consider an example. Third one is contact us form. Now what is this contact us form? If you have observed that when you're visiting a website and the website want that in case of any problem, that you are facing any problem regarding the product delivery, or you want to know more about the product or services they are offering, so they also attach or a link a document with it. That is, it can be in the form of a link, that when you will click on that link, it will open a form and then you can fill that form to ask about your query. It can be to contact to the person, or it can be in the form of feedback also, that you can contact to the person to give some sort of feedback. Here we have two pictures. One is of form, another is of table. Now tell me, which one way is better to look at one record at a time? Yes, I can navigate from one record to another record in form also, in table also. If you remember, when we discussed about navigation bar, in which we were able to move back and forth to a form, if I go to the third record, then it will only show me the data of third record. But here in the table, if I want to go to the third record, I can see the first record also, fourth record also, fifth record also. So there can be some confusion if you have large data. Even if you're going to enter data into the table, already a lot of data has been entered in the table, and you're going to insert a record in between or at the end of the table, there is possibility of error. But in case of form, at a time one form will enter one record of one entity, so there will be less chances of error and it will be easy to enter data. Easy to enter data where? Yes, tables, because whenever you will enter data into the form, it will automatically enter in the table. If you remember, when we did this topic, how to add a record in a form, that we had already a form and we have to add a new record. Afterwards we enter the record, and then I shown you that where the record has been entered. So it means we are going to enter the record into the table only, but form is an easy way to enter the record. or the data. So we can say that form is a graphical interface which is used to interact with the database. They allow us to enter data in the database. You can see here, as this form is consist of text boxes where you will enter your name, that is first name and last name, your email ID, phone number. So the white boxes where you will enter all the data, that will be text boxes. Now these forms can also include labels, buttons. Labels, like if it is written your name, your email, phone, these text, these are known as label, which will indicate the meaning of the text box, that what type of data should be entered into the particular area. Then this also consists of some buttons, or like if you see this submit form button, if you remember, we learned how to insert a button, navigation button. So this is the similar button that when you will click on this submit button, the form will be submitted. Using form, you know that we can add the record, but along with adding the record, it is easy to change, or we can say the modify the record of a table in the database. Because if one record will be opened in the form of a form, then suppose if you want to delete the record of a person, now you have complete information of that a person, then it will be easy to delete. There will be less possibility that you would delete the record of the wrong person. Similarly, if you want to modify some information in the form, so it will be easy to modify the information in the form of form in the assets. See, we have many advantages of form, which some of them are already discussed. So if we summarize this, then first of all, they are easy to use. They are providing us graphical interface that is attractive, that is like we can design it in different ways, and you do not need to have much technical knowledge to interact with the database in the form of form. Dear children, you know that we have already started with chapter 18 of your book, and the name of the chapter is data manipulation. In the second step, Microsoft Access window will open, which will ask you if you want to create a new database or if you want to work with the existing database. So if you want to work with the existing database, then click on the folder like on where the number 3 is marked, and it will open the database with which you want to work. Otherwise, in some of the cases, on the left pane where these commands like save object as, save database as, open, recent, new, print, these commands are given. Name of the databases are given here. So you can choose the name of the database with which you want to work right now. In the third step, you will go to the create tab or create menu. Under the create menu, you will have form group. Under the form group, you will click on the form wizard. In the fourth step, you will click on the table or queries box, where you will have the available tables or the queries in the database. Depending upon the table or query you have chosen, you will be shown the fields in the available field box. All these columns which will be displayed in this available field will be related to the table selected under the table and queries box. So here in this, the table which is selected, that is contacts, and on the basis of contact tables we have fields ID, company, last name, first name, email address, job title, business, phone, home phone, mobile phone, etc. If you want all the fields in your table, then you can shift all the fields in the selected fields. But if you do not want to use all the fields in the table, in the form, then you can choose the sum of the fields just by clicking on the single arrow button. In step 5, you will select the field one by one which you want to use for your form. For example, ID is selected here, and then you will click on the right angular bracket here, which is right angular bracket is here. You will click on this and it will be shifted to the selected field box. As we know that a database is having multiple objects. Step 7, here all the fields which you want to use in your form has been shifted to the selected field into the selected field from the available fields. Then click on the next button. In step 8, you will be asked to choose the layout of your form, that what design you want to choose for your form. There are 4 layouts: columnar, tabular, datasheet, justify. Depending upon your requirement, you can choose the layout for your form, and then you can click on the next. By default it will always be columnar. In step 9, it will ask that what name you want to give to your form. There is completely your wish whether you want to change the name of the form or if you want to keep the default name. Depending upon that, you can change the name of the form. And after that, do you want to open the form or do you want to modify the form design? If you want to modify the form, then you will choose option modify the form's design. Otherwise, if you just want to view and enter the information in a form, click on the radio button, open the form to view or enter information, which will be by default clicked. Afterwards, click on the finish button. In step 5, you will select the field one by one which you want to use for your form. For example, ID is selected here, and then you will click on the right angular bracket here, which is right angular bracket is here. You will click on this and it will be shifted to the selected field box. Combo box. Combo box, it is a data capture control, just like a text box. You can see it has a drop down list and it has a predefined values. User just simply need to click on these values to select them, or we can also type for the value which we want to enter in a combo box. See, the advantage of combo box is this, that user does not need to remember exact data to be entered. Along with this, it also standardizes the values entered, which reduce the data entry errors, because the user will be allowed to enter the value from the given or from the predefined values. If you see this one example, shipping, now types of shippings are there: federal shipping, speedy express or united package. So the user has to choose from one of these 3 options. Similarly, from another example, the drop down list displays the month of the year. Now the user will choose from the list only. Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are good and healthy. So we can say now that lockdown. Next is option group. Option group, it can be helpful in making assess client forms more user friendly. Whenever you are entering some numeric values or some yes or no fields, like if we take the example that if you have to choose the gender, as we discussed in the previous tutorial, male, female, other, or we have to choose the value true or false, or if we have to choose the value like as given in the example in the customer form, the type of customer. So 3 values are given and you have to just click on one of the value to select them. Option group makes selecting a value easy because you just need to click the value that you want to choose. Option group consists of a group frame. Group frame means like type of customer is a frame, and it can be of checkboxes, option buttons, toggle buttons, like radio buttons you can choose. How to create the option group or how to use the option group tool of MS Access. For this, watch the previous tutorial where I have discussed about it. So in today's tutorial we learned that how to create a form, different steps we discussed, and along with this we discussed about combo box and option group. So what is the benefit of using these two tools? If we see the common benefit or common use of these two tools is this: to make it easy for the user to select the value from the list of items or from the values which have been given. Either it can be from option group, either it can be from the combo box. Which one will be used where depending upon the type of form you are using and requirement of the user. I hope now it is clear that how to create the form and what is combo box and option group. So just recap all these tools practically also. Till that time, thank you. Have a nice day.